Damonte's legacy now forever secured.
You know there's a couple of guys in Arizona that are like, yes, finally.
Yes,
They already had a mullet. They were just looking for an opportunity to show it off.
See you there.
All right, game 3. And I got to say, Dignitas are making their run in the LCS Spring Split very interesting with back-to-back close series weekends. They could still win this series. Demonte, last week we were surprised that they got a game against Lion, but you had mentioned last game that they are a decent team. It's not like they're bad at League of Legends. They know how to play their conditions. So what do you think their condition needs to be in a game 3 in Fearless Draft?
Well, as the champions get pinched more, I feel like, you know, I'm not really sure if it benefits one team or the other, but for Dignitas, I just want to see them pick strong lanes like they did last game. Find the counter picks like they did, and, you know, just play with confidence as they showed.
Yeah, they cooked in the draft. I think that was a big part of how they won. Photon, we had our eyes on him with the Silas. And Kobe, you're always happy with FBI Senna. So do you think that there's anything else FBI could lean on? Any, you know,
they got any more star
Smolder?
power picks? He was big on Smolder. I'm not big on the current state of Smolder.
Sure.
So I'm not quite buying that one. But
Well, it's probably not going to be the Ashe because Seraphine's gone. Probably not the Ezreal because
what
Karma's
about
gone.
sometimes Palafox cooks on counter picks? Like, you know, some LeBlanc pick. He always, like specific some punishment counter picks. Maybe there'll be an area there where he can cook. Because honestly, Quid has been very under expectations for this entire series. And so maybe Dignitas pull an audible, champ select. They're like, hey, we got to put priority on mid lane counter pick. Give Palafox something to work with.
True. And Demonte, you've worked with Palafox in the past. As J4's locked in, we're going to see what Dignitas lock in next year. But, you know, in these higher pressure moments against a player of Quid's caliber, what do you think about Palafox's mentality as a player? Like, is he somebody that you think is going to step up and pull out a crazy counter pick, or does he want to go more towards safety?
It's hard to say. I feel like Palafox is just going to pick whatever the hell he wants to pick.
Okay.
So, and I
He's
think
a rogue mid laner.
And to me, he doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him who he's playing against. He's shown that he can play against any player in the world and still show up. So I'm not really looking for a certain pick or counter pick, but it is possible. What I'm really looking out for, though, is what bot lanes are going to do here.
And I'm also looking out for what eXyu is going to do on the Lee Sin. High execution jungler locked in for eXyu versus the J4. And there's your answer, Demonte. This is the Ezreal locked in now for FBI. So even though you don't get the Karma, they are still going for that one.
This makes me think that Team Liquid might try to take away the Bard or go Bard Caitlyn here. We'll see. There's a lot of options, and they keep hovering top lane champs. So maybe they're just going to go with the top 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and I do really like the response opener from Dig, you know, because they see a first pick Jarvan and they immediately get multiple dashes, really mobile champions. So they're not going to be too scared of that one. Jarvan plus an Ahri would be decent. It could open up our Palafox big counter.
Yeah. Galio.
So Ahri, Mel is actually a popular counter pick into Ahri.
Yeah.
He could do that. It's not like super exciting, but is a possibility. Mel has been the attention of some nerfs, quite frequent nerfs actually though, so I'm not actually putting a lot of stock into that one. I think it'll probably be something else, and they're actually not even going to do anything early about it.
Ooh, might be the Zaahen. It is locked in here, presumably for Photon in the top lane, as we already see the Lee Sin for eXyu in the jungle. So, Demonte, when I see Team Liquid, I came into this with that Dignitas side because, you know, it's exciting that they picked up a game and another, you know, series that we expected Team Liquid to be favored in. But now looking at Team Liquid side, it's a lot of early game that I'm seeing, like J4, Ahri, and Renekton. These are champions that, in my opinion, can make a lot of action happen early.
Yeah, all 3 of these champions are very, very strong. So right away, I think you're going to have to pay a ton of attention to jungle.
J4 and Lee Sin. Which one can make more action happen on the Rift for them as more and more support bans come in? It's not going to be the Lulu Yanara combo. What's CoreJJ going to be relegated to at this point? I mean, Bard's still on the table. Kobe, I know you had been mentioning that. I like that paired a lot with the Ezreal. Renata taken off the table, so Caitlyn Bard still available for Team Liquid. I feel like Bard is going to be high priority no matter what if Team Liquid do not ban it right here.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to go with. And the LeBlanc that I mentioned, actually, they do pay respect to some of the Palafox specialties here. So they also ban that one away. No Nico engage again. Ignar, we definitely highlighted Ignar's engage in the previous game, and Nico also such a good pairing with Ezreal. That'd be dangerous spot lane to go against regardless of what you're going to pick up.
Ooh, I was thinking about what mid lane champion they might pick. I really like the Lissandra because there's a couple things you need to cover here. You have a Lee Sin jungle, so you want CC. You're against an Ahri and a Jarvan, so you need mobility. I think Lissandra is a great pick.
See, Palafox getting some creative, lesser used champions back into the meta.
Yeah, you were looking for spice. Well, how about ice?
Yeah, they are.
There we go. Yeah.
The point and click always really good against Ahri too. So let's see what they can do with it as far as the bottom lane goes. We've been waiting for this for quite a while.
This would be surprising if it's locked in. Not expecting the low-range Vayne into things like the Lissandra. And there we go. Xayah instead for Yeon. There's a lot of champions that can get on top of you as an AD carry. So how about to get it out of jail free card with your ultimate? And then, of course, the Lovers Duo. Rakan paired with it.
Interesting here. Okay, so Xayah Rakan, Xayah generally doesn't like poke, but the ult is going to give a lot of safety. And if you're looking at some hard engage, definitely want some options for yourself later. Are they going to lock the Galio with it?
Yeah, I mean, that would be presumably Galio support with the Ezreal. But I feel like Bard is still just the more classic answer here. It is sometimes hard to play Bard against this much mobility. Pretty much every champion, and if you count Xayah's ultimate, has the ability to dodge out on your Tempered Fate, but still it just provides so much for the Ezreal who can hold his own in the lane. You can roam around, help out eXyu on the Lee Sin.
I think Dignitas' comp is a lot harder to execute than Team Liquid's. This game is going to be really fun to watch, but Dignitas need to make sure their individual play is on point.
And same question then, because when I look at the composition on Team Liquid, I'm seeing more early game focus here. Do we see Diamante a big favor on either side when the game gets later, when we scale in to get multiple items, or is it pretty much null?
Man, it's so hard to say because there's so much skill in this game with Lee Sin, with Bard, even the Zaahen and Renekton matchup. There's a lot of skill in this, so it's hard. I can't give it one way or the other.
Yeah, I think it's one that's very close. I don't think there's always huge discrepancies. I always do like a super late game crit AD carry, and we'll see how much work Yeon can get done with this Xayah, because that does have huge carry potential, especially if you're able to use the ult timely, effectively, avoid some of those big abilities, then can have a lot of potential.
And I think Lee Sin's one of those champions that scales with your skill expression. The fancier you're able to pull off plays, the better it looks as Game 3 is underway. Dignitas versus Team Liquid. And the burden of execution more so on Dignitas' side with the compositions. Team Liquid with a more straightforward goal here. Go in, find these engages. They have so many tools to get in onto Dignitas members. And I think eyes for my for what I'm looking at are still going to be on Photon a little bit once we get out of laning phase, because Zaahen can just do so much work in these team fights and in these skirmishes. And Photon has shown that, again, he's one of the players on Dignitas that will step up when the team needs a carry.
Yeah, I mean, I think the teams are very comparable. They're very, very similar here in a lot of the roles. I guess the biggest difference is probably how the different AD carries play. But they both have a lot of engage.
I'm going to hold them to that, Kobe. 76.7% say yes, they'll go to Bangalore. If we don't have 75% of the crowd with mullets, then what was the point of that poll? What's going on?
Not all 70. Not everybody who's watching now is going to be the crowd.
Okay, that's a good point, actually.
So those could be different sets of people.
Could always do a virtual mullet meetup.
True.
Oh, call in.
Who are you going to call?
Video?
You're everyone's calling Diamante?
It's like a big Zoom call, you know?
Yeah. Diamante, give us your
give everyone
phone
your
number.
Info.
Yep.
Okay, we can do FaceTime. I'm down.
Yeah, perfect. We'll get it.
Maybe
everyone
Discord.
on the Diamante mullet call.
If they want to join in and can't get a ticket, we'll find a way to get you on the show regardless. As right now, top lane priority is there for Morgan, as both junglers path in opposite directions. Josedeodo's heading up to the top jungle. Meanwhile, eXyu's heading towards that bottom jungle to hover his bottom side.
Okay, I really do want to see with the junglers pathing different sides here if the aggression on bottom side does get rewarded, because you're going to have the Lee Sin down there, but CoreJJ and Yeon have the push, so they got a timer now. They can, you know, go for a ward or like fake that they're putting wards down, and Summoner spells all still available, but they've got the priority there. Meanwhile, Jose pathing up to the opposite side, and they have a ward to make sure that they can go for the scuttle there.
Early reset from Ignar, though.
Core is deep here.
Yeah, eXyu's actually spotting out the Rakan as he's taking away his Krugs. But yeah, Ignar went for an early reset, so we'll have the health bar trade, but wasn't able to pick up any little components, not even like a glowing mode or anything, as now FBI will go for his own reset. Ignar can try and catch this wave, but eXyu's still here, and eXyu actually might look for a play. No, he's just going to go for the bottom scuttle instead.
Yeah, advantage from the bottom lane already built up enough here with Yeon and Core harassing under tower. That they are confident in playing out the 2v3 anyway. And you always love that, especially as a jungler. You're like, oh my goodness, yes. Bottom lane, they can handle it. They also got visual confirmation. They know exactly what Lee Sin's doing. And we'll see about second clear here, because both of them are going to know the clear paths off of that. And Jose's going to walk by some of those wards that were left behind as well.
Yeah, spots out one with the control ward placed down. We'll clear that up. Ignar's not able to catch the wave. The cannon will fall, but it's just the cannon that FBI will miss, as Ignar's delaying the back of CoreJJ. But Lovers Duo, there's that passive. He's able to jump back and reset with Yeon just the same. So bot lane, a slight CS lead for Yeon. Gets a reset with the boots, basically being the differentiator here, and the cold that he's going to be stacking up. Meanwhile, the tier stacked up by FBI. So, Demonte, if we had to put expectations for where these junglers could look early on, because I think of both Lee Sin and J4 as being junglers that have the option. If they want to go for the full clear, sure. But if they want to go for an early play, they can look for it as well. Do you think that any of these lanes are looking likely for that?
My prediction is that nothing is really going to happen until level 6. I think you need the lockdown from the Lissandra for eXyu to gank mid, and then I think even on bot side, like Jarvan doesn't really want to go on an Ezreal unless Rakan can charm him and knock him up. So my prediction is it's going to be a bit of a snooze fest until level 6.
And Yannick CoreJJ doing quite well in isolation. He's going to be able to pick up the rest of these minions right here. And see, Bard roam timers, though, can get really annoying.
Charm lands as the Frozen Tomb lands from Palafox. The XP advantage, and even Ignar coming in, flashing onto turret for the first blood.
He gets there to finish the job. They hit level 6 on this wave, so the advantage of pushing the wave. Palafox is going to get his level 6 first. Boom, they get that lockdown, and the timing with the jungle and support coming over to be able to finish the job there. They have just enough.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just like she
Just
wrote
like we drew it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you meant level 6 on the mid laners, of course.
Yeah, on anyone, you know. I feel like a lot of these champions in this game really rely on each other. So that was a beautiful play. I'm sure Palafox, I'm assuming, called that out. Hey, I'm going to get level 6 on this minion.
Yeah.
Bard and Lee Sin, can you guys look? And they came, they looked, and they got the kill.
It's Palafox diff, man. We were talking about him in Champ Select with some of these picks, and he pulls it off. He gets his ult off as he gets charmed. And easy follow-up there from eXyu, and then they still need a little more damage.
Nice. Nice, guys. Good shit.
That's bottom lane comms when your support is roaming and you see the kill feed pop up, bot lane comms. Oh, good job.
And you saw him hitting his buttons. That's because Core was engaging on him right at that moment as well. He was able to get away. Team Liquid, though, despite losing the first blood, will get the first dragon as they claim this one out of the replay. It looks like eXyu took away the Raptors while that was going on.
Ezreal's farming away safely by themselves. Always like, oh yeah, good job, guys.
I'm a cheerleader.
Getting stuff done. We'll see on the next timer, though, for Lissandra ult, because Lissandra ult is pretty low cooldown for how big of an impact it does have, and they can repeatedly look for plays. He didn't use his flash to do that. They actually burned the flash of Quid. So Quid, who has been the target of Dignitas, has been repeatedly punished the whole series. And Palafox here, upper hand early on in the pivotal game number 3 in this matchup, and his ult is back and available. He has the flash advantage, but we'll see if the junglers end up going over there.
Yeah, I want to see Dignitas continue doing a play like that. They first got to make sure that Ezreal is safe in bot lane, and then look for a 3-man on mid, and it's a great play. The one thing I'm looking out for now is the Mercury Treads will be built on Ahri, which will make the play harder. So
I also want to say, though, that like mid lane priority always kind of influences jungle. And you see there, eXyu doing just that. When your mid laner has some advantages, you get to steal away Raptors. It's so close to mid lane. It's so quick to take away. It can always help out junglers a lot, too. So you get a little add-on effect there. And that helps them catch up in some of the CS where Jose has really been power farming away. And so steal away that Raptor camp. You can make up some of the difference.
And he had dropped that ward earlier on the buff as, ooh, True Shot Barrage not going to stop that back. It was close. But he spots out that now Josedeodo is on the top half of the map. So eXyu can just go right from enemy Raptors to his own bottom camps and try and catch up in that CS department like you were highlighting.
Will say, though, the other lanes that we haven't put on the spotlight here have been getting their own farm advantages, not just bot lane, but also top lane. So Morgan, everyone always hypes up his Renekton, his signature champion. It's a lot of top laners, funnily, have signature Renektons, I feel like, but Morgan definitely does. And both top lane and bottom lane, good little farm leads earned for themselves for TL.
And when I think about Zaahen, though, I still think that he's just a monster later on in the game. So he's going for a more defensive build, picking up the Bramble Vest for the solo matchup 1v1. It'll put him a little bit behind in a power spike, but it just means that you're probably not going to be dying to that Renekton anytime soon as the grubs are picked up by Team Liquid, or at least 2 of them there.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah?
Do you know why he only does 2 grubs?
Why does he only do 2 grubs?
So he doesn't get the alert up to the enemy team.
Man, you were smart.
Oh, that's a jungler right there. I'm a support main, so no, I was never going to get that one.
I like how you didn't even try and answer that. No.
I just immediately flipped the bag.
You were like, why does he? And I was like, hold on there, buddy. So where's the fan?
Kobe's got an idea.
We got this one.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having my back there, Kobe. I appreciate that. As Ignar gets chucked out of the bottom lane. Not level 6 yet. CoreJJ did hit it there, so almost found the play. But again, support brain, I can break down. Ignar's not in a great spot as he is down in XP on the Bard. Typically something that picks up XP with the chimes. You're supposed to be hitting level 6 at a good timer.
Ignar's got it killed though, bro, so stop to the scoreboard, okay? I got my roam in. I did the tower dive.
Quickness used, flash onto FBI. The knock-up lands, but the turret helping out. CoreJJ barely lives as the flash feather recall from Yeon will pick up a kill for Team Liquid.
Ooh, fancy stuff there, Yeon. All right, both summoner spells invested in it. And CoreJJ, calculations correct on the tower damage too. He gets out alive. So TL bot lane really doing some work this game. I mean, they earn their own advantages as well, but end up here cleanly executing that one.
That was almost a little bit stinky out of Team Liquid bot lane.
it got dangerous, but they did okay. Nobody died, so it's all good.
Yeah, I will say that is absolutely huge, though. The way that this...
Charm went wide from Quid, so he does not have the CC ability anymore. Ignar will land the Cosmic Binding, plus the Frozen Tomb. Quid has to Spirit Rush away. The damage not quite there yet.
It's the power of the Mercury Treads.
Yeah. A lot of tenacity picked up from just the boots, plus the Magic Resist, which... That's what Bard and Lissandra are doing early on here. But still, you had to burn the ultimate, so Quid will not have availability for that as eXyu goes for an invade. Yeon! No ultimate, no sums, no chance of survival as Ignar will land the Tempered Fate onto CoreJJ. The Cosmic Binding not off cooldown in time, so CoreJJ will still live. Dignitas walk away with just the kill onto the AD carry.
Yeah, that could be the problem with investing everything for that tower dive. He had no sums, no ultimate after that play. Good punish. And find here for Dignitas.
Yeah, what a nice play by eXyu. That was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about the Lee Sin. You kind of scale with your mechanics on the champion. That was a clean insect play right there onto Yeon. Not even technically like the full insect because he didn't have to flash. He just finds the kick and finds the kill. Team Liquid, though, they're going to make quick work of
they going to find
Kangas Dragon. That's what they're finding right now. So despite the fact that Dignitas is now kind of back-to-back times where they found a kill, then reset, Team Liquid are able to get the Dragon during said reset.
Yeah, it's been a very standard game from Josedeodo here. It feels like he's just doing his camps, hitting objectives on the end of his clears, and you know, they're just playing around bot lane while Dignitas are focusing more on these skirmishes and trying to find the gold when they can.
Man, I'm actually going back right now, and there's such a cool replay like the analyst desk could do after this one. Unfortunately, it's a game number 3, so they don't get time to. But all of the setup there for that eXyu, you know, cool little snipe play where he's able to find the pick onto Yeon Ignar getting in there super deep on the Bard, and they go through and they get the ward, and then it's on the reset. And so they have this deep Bard vision and being able to sneak Lee-Sin through there.
Yeah.
With the point.
Now we have a dive topside though, as eXyu's looking for another play here. Photon's tanking up the turret. Shots goes in with the Grim Deliverance and flashes out to safety. eXyu will take up 2 turret shots, but successful dive. No one falls on Dig.
Nice little play. They're finding the gold around the map when they can, and I love to see it.
Quid's looking for another play here on the FBI right now. Lands the charm, the Tempered Fate to buy time for the AD carry. FBI's immediately quickness up, charm down. Josedeodo with the double kill for Team Liquid.
Dude, both teams are just going after enemy AD carries like if they step into the jungle even. Oh my goodness.
They are deep.
They are so deep.
That's crazy.
They're like, what? You're going to attack Yeon, you know, halfway through the jungle? All right, fine. We're going to attack you at the base gate.
Next up, Dignitas find Yeon in the fountain. If we're going to follow that line of thinking here, let's see how it was set up by Team Liquid.
Yeah, the long chase. So you saw there, you know, Core is chasing FBI all the way from bottom lane, and Quid uses the final charge there to jump in after the blast cone, gets point blank, hits the charm setup, and even with the delay from the Bard, Jose just gets a clean double.
Oh, shit.
I love Ignar.
Yeah, there we go.
We're gonna have to get like a filter for
I know,
Ignar,
that's 2 of them.
Ignar replays. I think it's like 100% of the time he's gonna drop one there. But yeah, I mean that was a good and long chase from them, and then Jose, you know, clean mechanics at the end. Nice little eXyu into double and flashes for the extra kill, double ult on the Cataclysm at the very least, and gets us right back to a TL Gold League Kangas and 2 Dragons and CoreJJ under attack.
Yeah, Rakan's just so slippery though. Hard to lock him down. He's able to battle dance to safety. Now the last grub started up here, the Lonely Grub. They are able to take that down finally before that Rift Herald spawns, but Team Liquid. Yeah?
There's gonna be another one. It's not, you know, we'll get more grubs where that one came from.
Well,
it sounds like a movie, you know, the last grub.
The last grub.
It's like the
hold the line, grub.
Kangas, why did he take the last grab?
Oh, okay, wait, no, I think I've studied this one already. I had the cheat sheet earlier. It's because the enemy team didn't take it.
Oh,
yeah.
you're smart, man.
There we go. Now, I don't remember why that was. I got a short-term memory, but, you know.
we'll leave that up to the analyst desk also.
Yeah, they'll break that one down, too.
We'll make a list of stuff for them.
I like this. Let's just start doing that all the time as casters. Be like, analysts will talk about that later.
We delegate.
Yeah. We're casters are management, basically.
Yeah.
Middle management. Producers, upper management. Dignitas managing an engage on the Yeon right now, but it's actually turned back around to Team Liquid. Go in onto the board. Temper Fate will land in time. Ignar trying to save his life for a little longer, but will go down. Now eXyu looks for the kick. Palafox going deep onto Yeon, but he's away from the rest of the team. Team Liquid find 2.
That's pretty big for them. I mean, Palafox was he still is the only gold lead for Dignitas, and they chop it down a little bit. Even though they're going to sacrifice some, you know, split pushing on the bottom side, TL making the jump, they're going to be able to get push on top, get the Rift Herald nicely for them. So
Photon getting a lot of work done on this bot turret is a saving grace for Dignitas, but these are 2 kills picked up by Team Liquid, so they're going to walk away with a little more gold from the play. Yeah.
Yeah, dodges here from Yeon. You can tell they're trying to attack the Xayah, but he still had the ultimate, and then Bard ult here isn't going to be able to save them. Jose still finishes off the kill, and then Palafox has nowhere to go.
I think this is a big reason why I was saying... Ooh.
Lissandra. Nice job, guys.
Nice job, guys.
Nice job. You were saying?
I was saying that this is kind of why I was favoring the Team Liquid draft. It feels really hard for eXyu to find a good angle here. I think all the champions are a little bit slippery, and, you know, Xayah with the ult. Plus, the state of this game right now is perfect for Team Liquid. Xayah's got a lead, and she is like the hyper carry in this early game team comp Kobe was talking about earlier.
Yeah. See, once we get some more crit items added on here, too, the pain could be very real. I mean, Yeon was good for it with the Lucian game. We'll see if that's going to be the ticket to their success in this game. They're set up with a very good mid-game setup here. Already 2 dragons. The next one is on the Rift Kangas. Yep. So that could very well be their Dragon Soul point They do have the vision coverage on the line brush, but Dignitas know at the very least, you know, they're not hitting Dragon or anything. They've got control inside, so maybe they can come up with some sort of flank play here, get Palafox into a strong position, and look for a burst combo. They do have the push on bottom.
Watch for the Tempered Fate. Watch for Team Liquid. They actually get the charm onto eXyu. Tempered Fate will land, but eXyu surely falls after this. Morgan with the kill. Team Liquid the first to find the engage, and they take out Dignitas' jungler.
Beautiful play from Team Liquid. They're always at the location first. They're always making the play first, and feels like there was outnumbers.
Ooh, Palafox almost had the damage to take out Yeon. Still had the ultimate available, so Xayah theoretically was fine. But let's see if Palafox wants to look for more. Doesn't have the flash, so I don't think he's going to have the angle. Team Liquid get the kills, and they will now get their third dragon.
Yeah, I mean, the engage is so fast and so good from their side, you know, with the Rakan, with the Ahri, with the Jarvan. And they make good on it again. Yeon is, he's taking some damage, but it's non-lethal damage.
Yep.
So there's two things that are good with that. When you save your ult, you don't want to use it when it's unnecessary. But then when it is necessary, you really got to have the good timing. And he's checked all those boxes.
But if you think about it, the only damage that matters, Kobe, is the last tick of damage. Now, your health bar is just a resource right now as FBI's trying to get out of there.
Oh.
Nice from CoreJJ, timing the knock-up, but FBI does still get through the portal.
I like that. I like the little CoreJJ predict. Made me go, ooh.
I like it when DeMonte says, I like that. I like the stuff in the game. That's what I like.
I like that.
He likes League of Legends, okay?
He loves it.
He's having fun. He's told us many times how much fun he is having.
It's a beautiful game, no?
It truly is.
Best game ever.
Exquisite game created. Well done, Riot.
Thank you, Mark.
Knocked it out of the park with this one. As this game as well is very entertaining to watch. So I think it's a double whammy. League of Legends fun, Dignitas Team Liquid fun, and Dignitas' journey in the league still fun as they are really, really making us question some of our expectations coming in here. They are behind in gold right now. Team Liquid are in a good spot with 3 dragons, but I still just feel like whenever you look at Dignitas' plays, when they're looking for them, they're close.
The thing is, you could say, okay, so we were talking about difference in the AD carries previously, and like the Ezreal side is kind of supposed to be, oh, maybe we can get some poke damage before stuff happens, but TL have such good engage. I don't know if you can even, like, they have a good hope for getting a lot of effective poke damage. Now they're in the river.
They gotta find a way out of here now. It's a Tempered Fate from eXyu early on, plus a teleport from Palafox. And Team Liquid just walk away. We've seen them do this time and time again. Blade Color not going to get the root onto FBI as eXyu still in the brush right now. We're fighting over the river control with no dragon on the rift right now. But committing the teleport from Palafox, it felt like Dignitas maybe just wanted to force something. Not going to find it.
You can see the desperation coming out of Dignitas now. I think the implication of the 3rd dragon going to Team Liquid is absolutely huge. And Dignitas is feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, and now it's tough because they don't have TP on Palafox, so he can't really go for that top wave when the next dragon's up in 2.5 minutes. But I guess he's going to go for it now. I mean, you do have some time to play around that, but by the time we're ready for that dragon setup, they're not going to have one of their TPs available on Dig's side.
Yeah, we'll likely see, maybe not both mid laners go into bot lane here, but most definitely Photon will have to go top lane before the dragon starts. It's still 2 minutes and 15 seconds ahead, though, so you see him going into the bot lane to try to defend now.
Morgan doing some work on this turret, taking out the wave as well, and Photon not confident enough to walk up as Josedeodo was hovering the area. Ignar spots him out. So the turret picked up by Team Liquid. Now a 2.4K gold lead. Kind of shared across the roster. It's just Palafox keeping Dignitas in the conversation with a 1.2K lead himself.
Hey guys, deep breath, deep breath. We're winning really heavily right now. Make some good plays.
Oh, so zen.
Make some good plays.
Even his voice was like soothing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're winning really heavily right now.
Guys, this cast is great.
We are smurfing.
Guys.
That mullet meetup, that's going to go hard too.
I like how Kobe was the one coming into this like, I can't believe I agreed to do that. And now I feel like you're the most excited to do it. So, like the messages as Photon wraps around here, looking at Morgan, going for a little 1v1 as Team Liquid send multiple members down. Josedeodo plus the teleport as Photon actually just teleports away, but now Team Liquid engage onto the rest of Dig. Ignar goes down, eXyu jumps over the wall, and Team Liquid overload the bottom half of the map, and they are cutting off eXyu's escape path. He'll go for the Dragon's Rage, but in comes Josedeodo. The flash Q is going to go wide. Charm will land. Jose with the kill and a rampage. much.
Following the comms there. Let's see some good plays, guys. They get the picks immediately. And Kangas, now you're going to have no teleport. You just lost Flash from your jungler as well, and it's Lee Sin. So no ulti Lee Sin, no Flash Lee Sin. It's going to have to be walking from base too, and the timer is ticking down very quickly. The pressure from Team Liquid, it's about to just break over.
DeMonte, you had talked about this. We have 20 seconds till the Dragon. Team Liquid are so good at this type of game. You know, they kind of pull you into situations. They walk away, drag your TPs around, and then are also able to find these picks.
Yeah, they're just very coordinated. All 5 of them, they feel like they're making the same decision.
10 seconds on this Dragon now as Dignitas will have to find a way to get in. eXyu has now spawned. 2 items picked up as Photon's in the pit. Has to Grim Deliverance away. No ultimate on the Zaahen for the fight. Dignitas have eXyu on the flank. Might have to just look for a steal attempt right now as Team Liquid are going to push him away. The charm will go wide. Quid not landing that onto eXyu, but the rest of Dignitas trying to find a way into the Dragon. Morgan on a flank right now on the Renekton. Engage from CoreJJ, lands in onto the carry. Separate Fate will buy some time, but it's Palafox and FBI locked down. Yeon with the first kill. Palafox positioning to try and get back into the pit and turn the play, but eXyu's health bar is too low. A double kill to Yeon, make it a triple. Team Liquid will crush the Dragon Soul fight and get themselves an objective. Even Photon's got to flash away to the turret, and Team Liquid land a massive team fight win.
Dude, you notice how CoreJJ backs up for like 2 screens on Rakan to hide his ult activation, and he ults, and then he E's, and then he goes in for the full engage.
The slingshot.
Woo! Yeah, here we go. We're going to see him. Okay, so he's backing off now. You know, he's hovering around, pops his ult, into the E, into the flash. Oh my goodness. And they find the huge engage. Even with the Bard trying to like delay salvage, too little, too late.
Yeah.
The damage has been done. They got the initiation.
And Palafox gets big damage done on the tail end of that, but it's just not even close to enough. He was trying to utilize that gold lead. Well, now it's gone. Team Liquid with 6.2K in their pockets, plus the Dragon Soul and now a Baron to boot. It's looking like this is a Game 3 win for Team Liquid.
Oh yeah, I think this game is very much over. It's just so hard for Dignitas to even do anything in these standoffs. It feels like eXyu has to make the biggest super play of all time, but Team Liquid just don't give it to him.
Yeah, all you have to do is walk away. All you have to do, as Yeon said, take a deep breath. Just play it calm, guys. We got the lead, and now Team Liquid are going to use that lead to start the siege.
And the super play feels like he also needs, while he's making a super play, the enemies to make a super bad. You know, they have to like.
What's the opposite of a super play?
They have to fumble. They have to fumble. They got to fumble some of their buttons. while that's occurring for it to be able to go off, because like his targets are not good either, and it has to be like, oh my god, you know, perfect like Bard ultimate, and
they're looking for these desperation engages at this point. He'll flash Magical Journey, but Team Liquid will just continue the chase, and that's Ignar down. eXyu does find a kick there onto Morgan, but the Renekton is just too tanky, and Palafox cannot follow up with enough damage. eXyu will go down, Palafox goes down, and Team Liquid continue the forward momentum. Photon the last to fall, but that's an ace for Team Liquid.
So I don't know about you guys, I'm still, even though there are a lot of good TL performers, I'm still leaning towards the bottom lane for this game.
Yep. I think Yeon has had a fantastic performance between the Lucian and the Xayah. We gave him the gun card. He's got the feather card now as well. CoreJJ setting up a lot of these plays, and Deathless on the Rakan plus Josedeodo's J4. Team Liquid, they played a calm and collected game number 3. And the Scrim Bucks are showing up on stage. GG, Team Liquid take the series 2-1.
CoreJJ, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah, especially on Rakan. Do you think he deserves a skin on that champ? I think he does. Oh, wait, he already has one for winning Worlds.
Wow. CoreJJ was giving me mullet vibes.
Yeah.